Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. It's your host with the most, it's your boy Marco from the Kettles Lounge. And as said in the previous one, number 14, we were here to two. We were here two. This is the second one in the We Were Here franchise. Grouping, category, bundle, whatever you want to call it. Very enjoyable. The puzzles were... Let me describe what the game is first for those who don't know. It's a puzzle game. It's an online two-player puzzle game in which one person tells you how to solve a puzzle and the other one solves it. In the clip here you see me telling Silly how to solve the puzzles. Yeah, it's a very enjoyable game when you're first experiencing it. But once you know all the ins and outs and all the outs and ins, it's one of those where the enjoyable factor lessens for me. So yeah, but that's enough about the game. Well, it's not enough about the game. Let's carry on talking about it. One thing I will say is this is probably my favourite of the three, just because it's one of those where the puzzles are easily solved. With the two people, where the third one is, you're more than likely going to have to look at a guide on how to beat some of them. Especially number 9 in the third game, which we'll get to when I do the third game. But now that's enough about talking about the game. Let's get into the platinum. If I get it up here, but I believe there is 22 trophies in total. Let me just find it. We were here too. Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh no, it always scares me. No, there's 20. Yeah, there's 20 in total, including the platinum. So yeah, 20 in total, including platinum. 19 otherwise. For main game or for the gameplay. Sorry. And let's go over a few where you've got to beat every puzzle. Then you've got to help the other person beat every puzzle. Then there's 3 different endings. You've got... Is that the... No, that's the third one, those trophies. You've got one for you to escape, one for your partner to escape, and one for both of you to escape. Now I recommend, if you are going to attempt this, to do the what's it called? The escape together one, just because you have to play through the majority of the game to get that, and if you're going through on your first time, then it'd be best that way. If you don't get it first time, you can get it second when you're going back through to solve the puzzles for the other person. But that's on that. Let's get into the categories on what we rate them. So if I get it up here, so what we rate them on is time, difficulty, how the game plays, is it fun to play solo, tedious trophies, multiplayer trophies, and missable trophies. So we'll go on time first. It took 4 hours and 5 minutes for me and Silly to platinum this game. So if that gives you a rough estimate on how long it'll take you, it might take you longer, it might take you less time, who knows. You might be smarter than we were for some of them. Now if we go, let's have a look at the difficulty next. Like I said in the first one, it's one of those where it's not too difficult, where you have to rely on a guide for the puzzles. Some might not seem obvious at first, but through some common sense which we lacked on, especially the final puzzle, it doesn't really. It's not. It's a challenge while it's not. Like I said in the first one, if I remember right, this one is. It's not like 3, where 3 you have to. Or we were here together. You have to use a guide for, because puzzle like number 9, number. I want to go 5. 9 and 5 are very, difficult to put together, shall we say, or come up with the solution by yourself. But that might just because it's us. In terms of difficulty on this one, I'll give this one a 4. Because, like I said, it's not difficult where you need to use a guide. This one's a lot more about. What I want to say a lot more about. It's more about cooperation and teamwork in this one, and actual puzzle solving skills. Whereas first one is just one-sided. Third one, it's more about communication. So let's, I guess, get on to the next one, which is, how does it play? It plays nice, plays smooth. I don't like, in the footage you've seen here, though, with the cubes, it's a bit awkward to pick up and put back down, sometimes. But other than that, I think maybe the maze one, after you do the battlefield, that one's a bit, iffy, in terms of you have to be perfect and precise. More than that, like I said, it plays nice, plays smooth, plays well. And that's it for that. Next is, how fun is it to play solo? Well, you can't play it solo, so we can't really rate it on that. Multiplayer trophy, everything's a multiplayer trophy, so it'd be a bit unfair to, ridicule it too much when it's a multiplayer game. What tedious trophies? Tedious. I'm going to include tedious and missable together, because tedious and missable, there's only one trophy that fits into either, and it fits into both. And that is, like I said, the escape together. So there's 12 switches around the map. You'll see when I turn left here, I'll go into this room and there'll be a switch, so I switch. There's 12 in total. There's 3 in the final area. There is, I think there's 4 on the side I am currently on. No, there's 4 on the on Silly's point of view, on Silly's side, and I think there's 4 on this side. There's 3 at the end, and I think there's one upstairs where, and now that's the final one you need to switch to unlock them all. If not, though, there's going to be 5 on the side I'm currently on, but I didn't do this side. I did where Silly was when we got the dual ending, the Another Way it's called. So yeah, that's really the only tedious and missable one, because you need to start from the puzzle we're currently on. Then from the puzzle we're currently on, you need to, like I said, get all the switches to unlock the final ending. But then that, the rating on the platinum, I'm gonna give this one a solid 8. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one an 8. For my personal opinion. Solely because it's one of those where it's. I'm yawning again. It's one of those where, when you're playing it for the first time, like I said, discovering how to do each puzzle is amazing. It's brilliant. Trying to get the teamwork down, each side trying their best to look at what they can and can't do. And yeah. Yeah, I'll give it 8 in total. And that's really it. I don't think there's any more I can add. 8 in total, 8 for the how I feel about what the platinum it deserves out of 10. Difficulty of the platinum, I want to say 3, but I'm going to say 4. I'm going to say 4 for the platinum, 3 for the on difficulty for the game itself. I think that's all I can rate it for today. That's all I can add. And before I sign off, let me just add, everything is my opinion, and do not take my opinion to heart. Form your own opinion, because who knows, you might not enjoy, you might enjoy it. Look at other people's reviews, other people's videos on it, and see for yourself if you enjoy it. But other than that, as I've said, I've been your host with the most. It's been your boy Marco the Kettle from the Kettles Lounge. Hope you all have a nice week, and peace.